I'm Josephine Michau. I'm the curator of this year's Danish Pavilion at the Architecture Biennale, the Architektura 2023. I'm also the CEO and the founder of Copenhagen Architecture Festival in Denmark, which is this year also the World Capital of Architecture, appointed by UNESCO, and also the host of the UIA World Architecture Congress.
Perfect. So tell us, Josephine, what is Coastal Imaginaries?
So Coastal Imaginaries is the title of this year's exhibition, and initially we wanted to create an exhibition that was also relevant for our host city, Venice, and addressing something that we share with between Denmark and Venice, and we both share our closeness to the ocean, the enchantment of the ocean, but also the threat of the ocean. We know that sea level rise is real, and it's going faster than ever in human history, and storm surges are becoming more frequent and more intense. And for me, I thought it was, it is. I guess it serves as a good representative of that kind of climatic state the planet is in, and we wanted to focus on that, and also ask, what does that request of architecture? How should architecture relate to this? And so we've been working closely with a transdisciplinary, trans-institutional research group called Mitigating Sea Level Rise, that are looking into nature-based design solutions in mitigating sea level rise, but also frequent storm surges and also cloud bursts and so on. And what they have identified are 7 principles around the world, and in ways of working with nature, all based on the premise of reading the landscape, working with natural processes, not against it, as we have previously done, and follow the premises of the water flow. And those 7 principles, we asked an architecture studio from Denmark to implement that for a future plan for Copenhagen, which has now become the Copenhagen Islands, consisting of, I don't remember how many islands, but it's really giving space for the water to flow, so we can both the plan can both absorb enormous amounts of water, but it can also release it again, and that is not the case right now. It's a very fragile situation, and so I guess, that's a fate we share. Copenhagen shares with so many other coastal cities, and climate change is just demanding a massive restructuring of architecture and what architecture should.
And Architecture for Extreme Environments also shows part of their ongoing research in these places of future flooding.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I think everyone we invited here addresses extreme weather conditions that are becoming more and more normal. So they're not as extreme as they used to be, so there's this the master program at the Royal Academy of Architecture in Copenhagen, Architecture in Extreme Environments, went to Jakarta in Indonesia, which is a mega city that is under sea level, and which has to move within the next few years. And it's a bigger operation that they have started slowly, and it has to move to a new island. And they have gone there to develop prototypes that can somehow adapt to these extreme conditions that that many of the people living there, especially people living in more kind of informal settlements in Jakarta, how they can deal with these floodings, frequent floodings that they're experiencing. So they have developed some prototypes that you can use in more kind of urgent situations, where the landscape architects that we've been working with has a more kind of long-term perspective on these matters. But it's all solution oriented. But the time span is big.
But it's shortening and shortening.
It's shortening, yeah. I think we need both. I mean, we both need the architects and extreme environment people that addresses the urgency, the day-to-day urgency that a lot of countries are facing, such as we know that Pakistan, a third of Pakistan is underwater. Bangladesh is experiencing it a lot as well, and Indonesia. But we also need the landscape architects that are working on a longer term perspective, so we can also be here in 100 years with a quality of life.
And well, of course, that as you mentioned at the beginning, this is a common theme between Venice and Copenhagen. But what would you expect that the global audience that is coming to the Venice Architecture Biennial will take from this exhibit?
I mean, I hope it can create dialogue between new audiences in terms of finding a way forward that can inspire somehow. I guess we all want to inspire and create some kind of impact. And I thought if I was to engage the audience, I should try to limit the text, because I'm often very tired when I attend architecture exhibitions. It's a lot of text and there's a lot of data. I didn't succeed completely on that. I also wanted to present some solutions to create some engagement, and I also wanted to create some emotional engagement through a more artistic approach to this matter. And so I hope for engagement, and I hope for dialogue between nations, between disciplines, between decision makers to act on this. It's a big hope, I know. Just a little bit.
Congratulations on as you say, opening this dialogue.
Thank you.
Thank you.